Everybody, welcome back. Sorry for the missing yesterday and obviously the super late start tonight. Well, it's not the 20th, but the 21st. Well, I guess probably it's technically 22nd, but just had a bit of a wild night on Friday, and I was sort of just recovering today and ended up just crashing kind of late afternoon and just woke up. So, apologies. We're here. We'll get a couple of games in. Jason said he was out playing Commander Magic. So he may or may not be back to play a game with us, but... Ooh, Draven. I like the Draven. I don't remember if I tweeted or not. If I did, not bad. If I double tweet. Maokai, I guess. We were actually picking up in viewers a little bit too, and I was starting earlier and I was being consistent. We were getting like over 30 something again, which is good for us lately. We'll probably get like 5 tonight or something, but whatever. Whoever decides to show up, it's always fun hanging out with you guys. Oh, they switch places. I mean, I could try something like Blitzcrank. I guess I'm gonna just do Rakan though, because I don't know the rest of their team. Like, I could go Blitz, but then, you know, everything else is just good against Blitz. There's not that much that's great against Blitz though, if you land your hooks. But if they pick like triple tank, that is pretty off meta though. Hey, what's up, Butter? But does Draven like us? True. Yeah, see, those two, I would not like to play against those Blitzcrank, probably. You can maybe get Leona if you hook her, but Dinger with his turrets is pretty annoying. Also, a lot of just like hardcore dive stuff. Like Blitz doesn't have a lot of great peel for that. I mean, Zed's banned, but Zed-like stuff, they can just get to the back and just murder your ADC. Like Blitz on defense can have problems with that. Is she the worst support of the game? I have a hard time believing that. I mean, her win rate's probably not great, but with a kit like that, it's just impossible to be, like, below tier 3, I think, right? I think that's where I had her, was tier 3. Which is crazy, because, like, she does have such a good kit, but... Quite a bit of magic damage. Even Varus has some. I'll get 1 rune. Although, I am going to probably have to get Mercs anyways. What's up, here, Nenazak? Nice. Nice, congrats, Dalek. I'm glad you found something that's really working for you.
Magic is in my rhythm.
We don't have a win rate like that, but we're kind of stabilizing. I think I might be 50% on Rakan. Yeah, I mean, Rakan is historically pretty good at peeling Leona. I know people back in the day used to think that Leona was a counter to Rakan. It's kind of a skill matchup, but I always thought Rakan was favored. Obviously, I'm a little biased there, but Rakan's just really good against divers.
I have got to stop talking to myself.
Because you've got your Guardian, you have your E shield, and then, so that's already like a big amount of like damage absorption. And then you have your R, which is really hard for them to outplay. If you R and then shield onto somebody, it's virtually guaranteed you're going to hit that CC on the diver, and then the W knockup. And then the little bit of heal off of the Q. You can also take utility items, typically, so you'll get Shirelias to give movement speed for them to kite, or Radiant Virtue to heal them up.
I can't wait to see what I'm going to do.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, you're inside. Well, yeah, we're here for you, man, whenever. I think Guardian is way better most of the time. I know that, like, Feather Daddy, I think, was fond of Glacial. Basically, with Glacial, like, you get a cute little slow, but you are really squishy without Guardian. And especially if you're going the Radiant Virtue build, you really want to go Guardian. Because Guardian scales with your max health. And you want, like, Radiant also likes having a lot of health.
They want
Yeah, she got a lot of value out of bone plating right there. Nice.
see me. They will see my dance.
I was gonna miss her with that W2, but she still flashed. I mean, Draven would have probably killed her with one more axe. Just Flash Ignite was enough threat.
I don't want a world that's safe.
So yeah, and you don't, especially, I kind of liked, Glacial was okay when you were gonna go for, like, Stopwatch, when that item was a lot better. Dynamite is dead, probably. Yeah, fuck, I got baited into something dumb. I should have just let him go. It's like, why would you position yourself like that? I mean, I guess he's trying to get poke on, but it's just like too greedy. It's like, yeah, I have it warded, but not against golems. And you know that Olaf loves golems, and they have so much CC with Leona. Draven didn't flash, like, what the fuck?
An ally has been slain.
Olaf's tricky, but he was really low.
Let them watch. Burn them up.
Do we have to get Shirelias this game?
Totally forgot why I'm
Just to kite Olaf? Cause I can't CC him. I think, can't Scion push Heimer's towers with his E? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't go in on that. Can we not do the same thing again?
I should totally get paid for this. I dance because I'm free.
Fuck, really? Oh my god, no way.
Ally has been slain.
He's got flash? Yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay.
I need my love to hurt. I need the world to be scary. I don't apologize for it. I feel good.
Well, sucks only getting a 2 for 2 in a 3v2 situation, but they are going to miss a lot of CS here, I think. Shit, there's a off run. Don't fight him. Well, he missed the axe, but
They're scared
this
of
Draven,
fire.
I don't know.
They're
I like
scared of
aggression
magic.
and confidence,
They
but
are scared of where I'm from.
that special brand of butter, hell yeah. Got the secret sauce.
I will walk in. I will dance. They will part.
Oh, nice. Echo gets a piece.
Enemy has been slain.
You always love to see it when the jungler spends
An
time.
ally has been
Echo's a
slain.
bet. Damn it. Heimer got a kill back.
Enemy
Get
killing
myself
spree.
hyped. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Woo!
All
I
right.
gotta stay, I think.
It don't take a lot of words to tell the truth.
Okay.
What humans call magic, we call life.
There's no F, but maybe Draven couldn't get there fast enough. I guess we got her flash. I thought we could have killed Draven. Just Echo and I probably could have killed Draven.
Without wild magic, we have no future.
An ally has been slain.
Some of the strength. There's wildness in the bees and the flowers. It's just a fury humans don't see.
Yeah, I can't go in there, obviously. Well, at least I got out of that one. I'd use my flash.
They think they can catch me.
What? They doing a 2v4?
Rampage. Enemy double kill.
Interesting.
All filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it.
Damn it, well, this is gonna be bad. I don't think I can get him.
Our kind will see the truth sooner. Look right, moves right. Time to show it.
Yeah, that would be a decent I don't know what they're doing to her. I forgot they made her E on abilities. If they do that, they're gonna have to give her some buffs. I think it's cool making it on abilities though too. This gives her more versatility so she's not as all in on like auto attackers.
Ain't nothing I say should be taken seriously. That's why it's the truth. Promises.
Very dangerous right now. Does he have cleanse? He does not have his cleanse.
None.
She's gonna ult, just
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I'm offended by how little attention I'm given.
her engage range is just like 1200. It's something crazy. And he doesn't have flash or cleanse.
They're gonna try and test
I'm gonna have to
me.
get mercs too, which is annoying. They have so much CC though. So off.
I'm just trying to live the moment.
I think it's Nami Lucian. Like, they're nerfing both of them. I don't know if they're like that dominant though.
Magic is supposed to be scary. Love is supposed to hurt. Ecstasy needs a little fear.
Okay, and we got her at night. I'm not dying to it this time.
Should I be running?
I am not dying to that.
Should probably be running.
Damn it, I could get full Mage Eyes here. I think it's probably just too greedy. Now, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna freaking do it.
I dance because I'm free.
Hey, thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
You're only given a little spark of madness. You must enjoy it.
Yeah, and I like that. In general, well, I mean, I've already got my small wards, but it is nice to be able to complete the ward item.
When I get sad,
They're acting very
I stop
confident.
being sad and
Okay.
be awesome instead.
Draven doesn't have his ult yet.
An ally has been slain.
They... Yeah, he flashed onto the stun, right? Varus?
Enemy double kill.
This
Huh.
looks like another dangerous situation. Thankfully, I can improvise. It's magic that's wild. I'm just here for the party.
It's about to expire anyways.
Name one genius that ain't crazy.
Draven has a shitload of damage right now. I've got Ignite
Rating will fall soon.
in 30. Okay. Does he have Cleanse? He does have Cleanse. Okay.
I will make them here.
We gonna dive this? This feels like it could be very bad. Alright, yeah. No.
Time to get it started.
Is he dead? Yeah, he's just dead.
Ally has been slain.
Fuck. CC'd so hard. Maybe I should have just done Mercs early.
An ally has been slain.
It's so hard to stay alive against Leona without Mercs. Or with Varus. Like, they have so much CC.
Fun. I need some fun.
Okay, he's dead though, right? No way! Oh, the shield bow.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I've been kicked around since I was born. It's all right.
Enemy
It's okay.
rampage.
I'm staying alive. Humans think that to believe in something, you have to be serious about it. That's their problem.
I gotta use a couple of these stacks at least on something. Save one. I think we can still win. Obviously, the Olaf's a huge problem.
Amazing my cloak is. I mean, seriously. Rude.
Always got the Scion troll. AD Scion thing.
My cloak right? Yes, it is.
Are you serious? He still had fucking flash?
Enemy double
God.
kill. An enemy gone.
The Olaf getting that many kills is so bad though, early on. It's just almost... Kid div. These damn kids are too young. Am I? It's really just when I'm streaming, but...
Our people are bleeding. My lady's gonna heal.
Your turret has been destroyed.
If Zaya says someone has to die, they die.
Yeah, we cannot beat that Olaf, man.
Magic isn't supposed to be safe. I don't want to rule, but I want to be free. They ain't ready
Very
for
handsome.
what I'm
Those handsome sound old? I can't remember. I'm working on it. I've lost the weight. I just got to get the muscle mass back. My wife and I are going to order some home gym stuff soon. He's just going to ult me if I try to... She's going to have her thing up again in a second.
They ain't seen moves like mine.
Well, we got something. I think we could still win. It's not great. I mean, our comp's not amazing. Draven does kind of fall off. Like, we just don't have any... Like, Echo can kind of 1v9. Progress picks. We could. I mean, I don't... I mean, I could. I'm kind of on the fence how I feel about
If it don't get out of control,
that kind of stuff. I mean, if it makes people happy, stuff like that, but I don't ever... I try to, like, not look like I'm bragging or boasting, because it could make someone else feel bad, you know, if you're doing that. I mean, you guys can see me every night. It is, but it makes me happy to make other people happy. Or to inversely not make them feel bad. Also. I just try to be aware of other people as much as I can be. I'm always aware of myself, but it definitely can be a challenge to be aware of other people. got a shutdown. I don't know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way. Like, I never feel jealous or bad when, and I don't really follow a lot of people on social media, but when, like, other people are like, hey, I'm doing this, you know. But I could see some people be like, oh, he's just trying to throw it in my face that he's more fit than I am or something. You know, I could see people taking it that way. I don't think I have a lot of friends that are like that.
I got freedom. I got a lady. I got a cause.
Your turret has been destroyed.
That's who I am.
But that did happen before. One of my friends was kind of drunk. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I could tell he was a little annoyed. I wasn't like... even like showing off my fitness style. I was just literally talking about working out with him. I was just like, oh, what kind of, you know, I don't remember what it was. What kind of exercise are you doing? And it was like some random guy that I knew that I like, went to elementary school with him. I didn't know him super well. But then he'd been in the military and he was in good shape. So I was like, oh, what do they have you guys doing? You know, that kind of thing. Dude, does she actually... okay, I was about to say, there's no way she actually gets me.
Then they will know magic's joy. And
That's true. That's true.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It does feel good, like, just eating better. And I was, like, getting in cardio better shape with the with swimming over the summer. I haven't done as much. I've been trying to... I can do it a little bit, just like running up and down the stairs and doing some push-ups and pull-ups. But we're gonna order some weights. My wife's trying to get back into shape too. I just have to pull the trigger on. Not that she's out of shape, but she's doing like some yoga classes and some kind of fitness classes at work. Yeah, I can't get into that. Jesus Christ, it's 35 to 9.
I do not wish to kill the mortals.
Oh yeah, swimming's, yeah, and it's total body too. Like I was starting to get a little bit of shoulders, a little bit of back. Yeah, swimming's awesome. It's just cold as shit outside, so I can't do it right now. We've been thinking about getting a heater for the pool too, but
for humans, magic is like
stuff like that, they never give you like a straight up cost. Like you look at all these places, oh, how much is this or that? We're thinking about getting a hot tub also. They never just straight tell you this is what it is. They're like, contact the dealership to figure out. Really annoying. I know it, like, especially the ongoing cost differs wildly based on your usage and electricity rates in your area. We'd probably go electric. There's a gas one too, but there's also solar, but I think solar's, the technology's just not quite there yet to be powerful enough for what we're looking for. A pool in your backyard, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, boys. Come down south, boys and men. Yeah. Dude, whatever you're paying in a big city, you would live in a mansion, a lavish lifestyle like a rapper, if you could live down south. I can't CC Olaf. Why does he keep getting speed? Is it his little pet? Just cannot get him. Yeah, there definitely is a bit of an uptick in meth use and racist and homophobic people. There's a bit of that. I would say, it's going to be less tolerant than a big city. But I think most people, in my experience, are still, like, pretty nice. They may not agree with a certain kind of lifestyle or something, but most people, in my experience, are cordial enough to not, like, be too rude about it in public. But to be fair, I'm also, you know, a straight white man, so yeah. Obviously, I don't know firsthand experience like dealing with that kind of stuff, but
An enemy is legendary.
yeah, wife and finance can't leave NYC. I got it. I mean, I'm sure there are perks of NYC too. Like you can actually do a lot of stuff. It's probably kind of cool with the big city lights and things, but I'm definitely not necessarily like a super small town guy. I don't think I'd mind a small like mountain town. Just like a medium city guy. Like there's stuff to do, there's restaurants, but you've got a bunch of suburbs. Like where I live, this city is basically like, you know, 95% suburbs. There's like a small downtown that's been kind of up and coming. There's new shops and they're renovating stuff, and it's a destination at least for cool restaurants. There's not a ton else. They have like a theater, but and then after that it's just like sprawling suburbs. Small town girl. Yeah, exactly. You're inside. So yeah, there's definitely some ignorance down here. People just don't. The education system just kind of sucks compared to a lot of places. Now it depends on which part of town. A perk also of living in a place that's cheaper is you can afford a house on the nicer part of town, and the public education on the west side of my town is pretty good. Like it's not gonna be absolutely like cutting edge, you know, but it's pretty good. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so you get unique events like that in NYC. NYC attracts all the talent. I'm sure you get tons of concerts and yeah. So if you have the money, you know, to afford the lifestyle, or you just kind of like that. Also, you can, you know, what's the word for it? Like you can just walk or bike wherever you want. It's very commuter friendly. Down here, I mean, the traffic is insane if you want to use a car, obviously in New York or LA or whatever, but if you like just being a little bit more physical, walking around, biking, or the subway and stuff like that, there is that. Versus like where I live, it's almost mandatory that you have a car. Like you can live, there are places depending on where you work, and if you work somewhere downtown or you go to the university or you teach at the university, like there are places you could live, and there's a little bike trail that covers part of the city that you can bike through. It's like a greenway. There are sidewalks in some places, but yeah, it's not the most like bike friendly. I have a friend from New York who complains about that whenever he's here. He's from here, and yeah, he just hates the suburban sprawl. He's like, it's so huge and there's just not enough like bikeways. Like to get from one side to the other in a reasonable amount of time, you got to use the interstate basically. Maokai's gone. I guess we'll get rid of Ekram. I don't know. I do not rest. Yeah, I've never been to Mississippi either. Mississippi's probably kind of rough. I think I'm in one of calculating. I'm pretty sure the place I'm in is probably the most safe slash tolerant part. It's still gonna skew, you know, on the conservative side, which there are plenty of tolerant, like cool conservative people too. But yeah, just because it's near like the landmark university, and just sort of the kinds of things that attracts. I guess just Rakan again. So I mean, it's not like somewhere in California, but a parking spot for $700 a month. My God. Yeah, and that's a shame, really, because I'm still a firm believer that most people have more in common than different. If you were really to sit down and talk with most people, I think sort of at the core, a lot of people have very similar sort of desires and values. It just is about how you get to that. I think a lot of people really forget that. Yeah. Yeah. I agree, it's weird. Sure, what is it, your Nizak? But yeah, it's just, and I don't think it's necessarily all the politicians, it's just like, it works to have kind of this culture of divisiveness, but I think that it really starts with the algorithms and stuff like Facebook, YouTube, and things like that. Because that's what gets clicks. People have known that for a long time. It just gets so amplified that negativity, focusing on differences, the world is about to end, all that kind of stuff, you know, enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. Like, all that sort of negative vibe that permeates everything, it's just all about making money. It gets people scared and constantly engaged. So they're always watching the news. It's not really about what happens. That's not why people watch the news all the time. It's the narrative, right? It's like, what does this mean? What does this mean for my culture? What does this mean for, you know, all this different stuff? And that's what keeps people coming back. Has the Disney bug bit Rory yet? Not particularly. She likes some Disney stuff. Her biggest obsession right now is Bluey. Sort of. I think that it does. I think that people are influenceable at their core, though. And I think most people are good at their core. I mean, that's an optimistic look. I know some people think people are bad or negative at their core and are just putting on a facade of goodness out in society, but I think people are good and then they get influenced in different ways later. Not yet. We've been trying to get her into Disney. We have Disney Plus, but she just picks a favorite and then just like sticks with it. I mean, you can't make it super precise, obviously. It's gonna, but I think there are some tenets in most cultures that are ethical. There are different sort of nuances to that, but your standard, like, don't murder people, don't rape people, don't steal from people. Obviously, there are nuances to many of those in different situations. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know, you can, you know, lawyer that up. But I think the general principles of those things, I guess, yeah, depending on, again, how you're defining stuff. Frozen. I think she's watched part of Frozen, but not all of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course there's nuances. But I think in general, most people, like, if you watch a lot of little kids, at least from kind of my perspective, a lot of them seem like they really enjoy, like, good vibes with, obviously, their parents, but, like, other kids, too. Depends. There are some that are kind of, you know, could be jerks. Again, some of that's just going to depend on the influence. I think a lot of kids are just naturally very curious. And a lot of them don't have these... Like, they don't have a sense of homophobia or racism or stuff like that until they're taught that. Like, a lot of these kind of potentially negative things are taught. I think my experience is by default... Kids are curious. A lot of kids are curious, sort of caring and kind. To some extent, obviously they don't have full control of their emotions. They will get frustrated at things. They'll cry or yell at some things. But, I don't know. Why are they taught? Well, it depends on which paradigm you're looking at. I mean, kids like to learn. They're going to learn something. They're going to become enculturated. Sort of, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. This stuff is a lot more flexible than it should be, but... I guess let's do Rakan again.
Let's dance.
Yeah, obviously gets complex. We've got Nietzsche right here with Beyond Good and Evil, which is great, and then Foucault's Archaeology of Knowledge. I've got Grammatology as well. I don't know. With that, can you answer something correctly without nuance? I mean, the nuance usually is anything. Well, I mean, there's not anything such as, like, correct, I guess. Like I said, a lot of this is fairly abstract. I mean, my original point was that the financial incentives of a lot of the media companies heavily incentivizes the spread of information that is perceived by people to be negative. And I was just arguing that it really doesn't have to. It really doesn't have to be like that. How can we be good? See, I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily know the distinction. I mean, all of it's just social constructs, right? Like, trying to say that being kind, gentle, and loving is not good is, like... I don't know. That's... I think most people, in just, like, layman's terms, if you ask people that on the street, they would probably say those are good qualities. But yeah, I mean, it's like, if we're talking G, like, capital G... like some sort of abstract. I think kinda, it depends. I mean, kindness kind of is, though. I guess. I think there's a lot of similarities in those words. I think they're all hitting around similar things. Like, yes, there are differences, but... But yeah, I mean, I think kindness kind of is, right? At least in a broader sense. I mean, what kindness means in, like, New York City is going to be a little bit different from what kindness means you know, in the South, like holding a door for somebody, having more maybe discretion in what you say. Like, I feel like down south, people perhaps are more or less likely to say exactly what they're thinking. Whether that's good or bad, you know, I guess depends how people perceive that. So, like, I see what you're saying there, but it's like, it's definitely a thing. Whereas, like, if you just kind of say it how it is or whatever, you know, I feel like that's more of a thing in New York. People just like to be upfront, be, you know, what they perceive to be truthful and forthright about stuff. But in the, you know, in the South, some of that might be considered rude. So, yeah, I mean, it is definitely a little bit relative, for sure.
You see this cape? I said
I guess a maybe slightly less abstract version of what I'm trying to say is I think that kids want to build community and want to connect with other people and find similarities more so than trying to sort of isolate and differentiate themselves into specific groups. Now, whether they do that or not, I mean, a lot of philosophers would say that, you know, that they're going to do that anyways, even at a low level. But maybe that's a better way of kind of phrasing it. Is that I think that a lot of the
humans call it battle.
Acculturation, a part of the process, as they grow up, is something that's sort of taught to sort of align themselves with certain groups and to develop values of those groups and perhaps tension with other groups.
I trust my love.
Yeah, I mean, that's true too. Yeah, you ain't got time for that, right? To sit around and just chit chat with people about random stuff when you're at the bank and there's 50 people waiting in line behind you, or you're already running 10 minutes late for a meeting. You don't have time to hold the door for 5 people that are getting off the subway. Yeah. And a lot of it is perceived. Like, people may not perceive that if you don't hold the door for somebody in New York. They may not perceive that as a slight, right? Versus in the South, they'd probably be like, what's up with that guy? And, you know, in New York, they might be like, oh, he's in a hurry or something, right? Or they're just so busy thinking about what they're going to do next that they just don't even notice or care. So, stream's getting a little heavy tonight, get a little philosophical, yeah. I'm alright with that. Need to lift some weights physically and mentally every now and then. Ha! That's funny. And socially, you're like, you're not supposed to talk to anyone on the subway. Yeah, it's like down here, maybe that's not that way for everybody. And, you know, I do have a hard time with silence.
Magic is supposed to be scary.
But yeah, if you're like sitting next to somebody, it depends on the kind of vibe they're putting off, I guess. If they have like headphones in and they're just doing their thing. But most people down here, if you're just like sitting around, some things, a good chunk of people will just say like, hey, how you doing, or something. If you make eye contact or something. But yeah, I mean, you can still put off the don't talk to me vibe, and a lot of people honor that. Unless you're a cute girl, then they're going to talk to you anyways, and you're going to be annoyed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself.
Serious pain in the ass, man. All these dash chants.
I'm gonna I dance because I'm free. I got you. I can improvise.
What's up, Elias? Have I ever driven to New York? When I was much younger. A lot of this is just kind of anecdotally talking with. I have a few friends that live up there.
Don't leave nothing.
Yeah, I was too young. I mean, I still had a little bit of a concept, but I went up there to play in a Magic tournament when I was probably like 15 or something. I just remember the traffic. That was the most vivid thing. Just like traffic everywhere, and like as soon as the light turns green, everybody lays on their horn. You know, maybe that's just to keep people moving, just in case someone's, well, they weren't texting back then, but just to, you know, make sure nobody's like zoned out or something. Yeah, if you touch your horn down here, man, it's something like severe is going on. Like you just almost killed somebody to lay on your horn. Like nobody honks around here. That's a good analogy, Sam. Talking on the subway is like trying to talk to somebody while you're peeing at a urinal. Yeah, that's something that only the boldest would go for.
This is my destiny.
Hey man, how's it going? I mean, I've seen people do it before, but I think they already knew each other. Yeah.
Moves like mine.
Nice one, bro. Yeah, that might get you hit in a lot of circles, unfortunately, but I mean, I would imagine even if you're gay, like a couple of gay guys, that's still something you probably wouldn't say if you don't know somebody. I mean, maybe it depends on the vibe, but I mean, I guess I was trying to think of an equivalent situation. Guess if there's a unisex bathroom and you're waiting outside of it, tell some woman, I was sounding hot in there or something. I love the sound of hearing you pee. You know, it's something creepy, similarly creepy maybe. It's like, that's probably not going to go over very well. Never been in a bath. Oh, maybe at a gay bar. Maybe at a bar. I don't know.
Rep. I totally forgot why I'm here.
Gay guys, I don't know. Maybe is that fair to say gay guys are maybe a little more like comfortable with the flirtatious or sexiness? I feel like, I mean, I know it's a stereotype, but the guys are just a bit more like sexed up than a lot of women are. Just okay with kind of the raunchy humor and the suggestiveness. I don't know if that's fair though.
Enemy
Fuck. Damn it. Oh, Jesus. There's 4 of them. And it gets tiresome. I was like, I see it happening with straight guys with women all the time, so I would assume that gay guys probably similar sort of experience. So many guys, I feel like, just don't... I mean, it does. It varies a lot, but just, like, as far as tendencies. From what I hear, just a lot of guys just don't know, like, how to talk to women. And they'll just, like, just say... It's, like, way too over the top. Suggestive. Like, right off the bat. I don't know. I feel like communication in general is not a lot of men's strong suits. Again, stereotypical.
Humans talk.
I think a lot of guys just are not. That's not emphasized for a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes, it's like you're taught to not talk a lot. You talk about your emotions. You talk about whatever, something that's not sports or fixing things or hunting or something, right? You know, that can be seen as, in some circles at least, as not being manly, you know. At least down in the South, that's a thing. I mean, obviously I'm from the South and I'm a bit different than that. Why did she turn and cast? Bro, just run. I mean, I guess she thought she was dead anyways, and maybe we'd get a cleanup kill.
They underestimate my charm. I need my love to hurt.
Yeah. That's what I've heard with a lot of girls, man. It's just fucking... They'll just, like, on the apps and stuff, they make it sound like it's like a third of the messages are, like, dick pics. I'm like, I mean, maybe in some circles that can work, but it's like...
I'm here. I'm gone.
There are, I mean, I guess some women that would be really, you know, like turned on by that, or that's like a major factor. But I feel like a lot of women, that's like, that's not the opener you want, even if she thinks it's nice or something. I mean, again, it depends, but a third of my messages were not being. Yeah, it just. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is very relative. I mean, obviously, I'm, like, different than a lot of guys in a lot of ways, right? Like, I teach English, I teach communication, I can't fix shit, I don't go hunting, super casual football fan. I mean, in some ways I am.
I feel like my
like some guys, but...
recognizing how amazing my cloak is. Seriously. Rude.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it works at some point, or maybe guys are just too dumb to change it up. But I'm just like, it doesn't seem like that shit would work and that often. And it seems like people would change their behavior. Or maybe they just complain. All women are trash. Just never go out with me. It's like, well, dude, that's all you do. You just send them the dick pic. There's nothing wrong with hunting. I'm just using that as like just a stereotypical thing. Just trying to demonstrate that you know, that you can be a guy and not do those things. But just that that's the stereotype down south.
Gotta get myself hyped. Okay. 1, 2, 1. Woo!
I have never been propositioned by a woman like that. It's always, if I get proposition, it's not, it's often verbal. I've never had anyone just like send me nudes or anything. Seen some pretty forward women, but one time I was at a club with my wife, then girlfriend, and some girl just like came up, some random girl, and was just like shaking her ass all over me. I just thought it was hilarious. I was kind of drunk, just like laughing, and then she just was like, eventually looked at me like, "What the fuck? You're not gonna like? Why are you not moving on this?" Hopefully Silas gets her. We need a win here.
Look right, moves right. Time to show it.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Really? Okay.
Look good, feel good, kick some ass.
Ezreal, kill this thing. Okay, I was trying to give him the kill. I guess he was just trying to make sure Nunu died or something. Alright, good. That's what we needed. We didn't get Dragon. You're not really stealing stuff from Nunu most time.
They think they can get it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Jesus, that fucking 0-4. I gotta watch my language a little bit. YouTube algorithms. Why would you buy Dark Seal if it's risky? Because the payoff's really high. So first of all, Dark Seal by itself is really cost efficient.
Is my cloak right?
But yeah, I've been trying out this build and I've been having like decent success with it. There's times where I, you know, turn it into Mage Eyes maybe too much. But the payoff is really, really high. So it's like, it's 100% efficient and it's really cheap to begin with. So anything else that you get with Dark Seal, any stacks, is just free. It's just free value. Now, if you turn it into Mage Eyes, you need 6 stacks for it to be cost efficient. Anything above that is bonus. Rakan scales really well with AP. And because of the build, you're going Radiant Virtue. At least that's what I've been doing. And Rakan's just so mobile anyways that you can usually protect it pretty well and not die a lot.
Magic.
Rampage. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, it just depends on how much you're dying. How low is Silas? Kind of low. Did he flash? Oh my god, well, we got a kill. Oh my god.
It's all right. It's okay. I'm staying alive.
You gonna go for it?
I have got to stop.
Alright, we gotta go. Or,
Damn it, Zion, we're all right. It's a
there you go.
revolution.
Um,
It's good times.
but yeah, it just depends on how well you can protect it. But I think going for the ring early is pretty... It's not that bad. I mean, basically with my support tier list, if you watch it, I explain it more, but pretty much, if you're going Radiant, because it costs 500 more gold than most support items, it's a lot less likely you're going to complete your second item or go much further than that. Why are we fighting over golems instead of defending this? Okay, we're not doing anything. Okay.
Shut down.
Lux is coming, Echo's not coming.
I will make them hear.
An ally has been slain.
Plain
An enemy is on
I don't know why she's behind him like that.
covered in refuse.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Doing his job. I'm just trying to live the moment.
That's why I have a giant ring on, yeah. But yeah, it's maybe not everybody's cup of tea is to go for Mage Eyes, but Rakan is,
It's the truth.
I would say, one of the best at going for it, just because you can usually protect it. I'm gonna pick it up right here, actually. Because again, like, if you lose all your stacks, like, you have to play a little bit more conservatively.
Don't want to war.
But even if you lose your stacks, it usually just takes one team fight to get them back. The 10% movement speed is huge on Rakan also if you have 10 stacks.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Like I said, he scales really well. He has very good AP ratios. It's just most of your items, you can't really get a lot of AP. But you do have to be a bit more disciplined.
They would see my dance.
That's annoying. Should have let the Nunu come in. I think we kill him. Yeah, he's really squishy. Ezreal's kind of doing damage. Oh, okay.
Without wild, we have no children. We have no future.
Well, maybe not. I don't know where Nasus is. I wasn't sure if he had flash or not.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, they're all backing? Okay, right here then. Sending 3 after Nasus. At least we get a tower. We gotta get something off of this.
Your turret has been destroyed.
They're gonna try and test me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Did Nasus really walked away from that?
I don't need anything but the
Alright. I mean, he is pretty fed. Okay, there goes Echo CP.
I'm G to the D.
I don't have wards for this.
I'm gonna live forever.
In every situation, I mean, there's just no way to answer that, man. The answer is just going to be it depends on something that broad. Generally, probably in the back with most mages. We don't have Jax. Oh my god, the... Ugh.
Killing spree.
I dance because I'm free.
Well, Nunu's not as tanky as it seems. Like, he went Proto Belt. Nasus is pretty tanky. Fuck, are you serious?
I'm offended by how little attention I'm given.
And Tom Kench is not really that like, he kind of is, but he really doesn't. Like, they don't have any damage, though. Like, Nunu, Tom, don't do any damage. So, I mean, like, you're right, but I kind of favor our comp right now. Nasus is really the only major threat. Like, I don't know, Echo can do some stuff in theory, but
I should probably
yeah, it's really just Nasus right now. But
I can't die.
I mean, Jack's finally got some kills, so he can do some stuff. I think we can deal with Nasus. The attack speed, like, Ezreal's one of the better champions at dealing with that. So is Silas. Like, that cripple is not as bad, or whatever it's called, as other possibilities. We need to do something with this Baron, though. We're just kind of... We have a really good poke comp, too. Just one person back. Dude, we don't need both people to back. Yeah, I was about to say, Silas should be able to beat him. Yeah, just let the stuff hit him. We just got to make sure that Nunu doesn't get a crazy flank and get Lux. Not that Lux matters like a ton right now, but... Yeah, Silas is a freaking beast, man. That champ's still really good if you play him well and he's behind. It's Nunu jungle.
I'm so fine, I gotta kiss
Unless you mean them just like A-ranning with us. It's Echo mid. Which is kind of an odd choice these days too. But maybe not quite as odd as Nunu.
I'm just here for the party.
We need to roll out.
I'm getting impatient.
I don't think they have any wards in there, but... Rylai's? No, I'm not gonna get Rylai. I think we talked about Rylai's the other day. It's an extremely rare item. Like, you really don't want that item most of the time. Because so many other champions and abilities already give a slow. And if you're not getting special value out of the slow, you really, most of the time, only want that on champs with pets. If you get it at all. So like Zyra's plants, Heimerdinger's turrets, Malzahar's little minions. Because the pets also apply the slow. Damn it.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't
Giving up mid to go help them, but...
Has been slain. Shut down.
soul. I don't think the soul is like as backbreaking.
Humans call it battle. It's just a dance.
Ezreal's not here. Hell keeps pressing surrender. It's like, dude, it sucks, but like we're winning every real fight, right? It's just when they get into a 2v3, it's when it gets kind of rough. It's like they don't even have the tier 1 mid tower yet.
They've never seen moves like mine.
Has been slain.
I miss Sonic.
Your team has destroyed the turret.
Name one genius.
Yeah, I mean, Silas is just such a monster front line. Jax too, just with his little spin to win. It's just enough. Like, Nunu's just completely worthless right now.
Aced.
I'm gonna take all they got, then blast, throw it away.
Maybe they just win. Maybe we could have, I don't know. It was like, it was close. I don't know.
I dance because I'm free.
The
Well.
enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
I am a chronic line step. This looks like another dangerous situation. I can improvise. Don't leave nothing. Bring it all.
Forgot I can put down 2 control wards as well.
That's who I am.
Help my team hit, oh, with Rylai's? Yeah, but I don't know if it's making sense what I'm saying. Like, you always have to look at opportunity cost. Most champions, a lot of champions, items, red buff, a lot of stuff gives slows these days. It doesn't give any extra slow. The only time you get the 15% slow is when there's, like, no slows. And especially if you're in a team fight, the probability is really high that your allies are going to have a slow.
They ain't seen moves like
So I'm not saying that you don't ever want it. I'm just saying that it's a very specialized niche item. Most of the time, you'd rather have a higher damage item, something that has like spell penetration, or even if you want... got baited. I thought they were gonna go in. Just wait, man. Jax is pressuring top. So it's like, yeah, could it be good? Sure, but there's just other options that are gonna be better most of the time. It doesn't have ability haste on it. It doesn't have spell pen. It doesn't have proc damage. You know, you're just giving up other options. Well, yeah, definitely don't do it on Rakan. Yeah, Mordekaiser's another one who can be good because the reason why on Mordekaiser, I mean, some of it depends on how much value you get off of the health as well. But with Mordekaiser, he doesn't have a like his little circle thing doesn't have a slow on it. So when you put a slow on it, you keep them in that slow. Then that's really powerful, especially during the ult, where the only way they're really going to survive that is if they can kite you most of the time. So yeah, Mordekaiser's a good example. Brand, it can be good on because that burn damage keeps reapplying it. So yeah, it's like there are probably, I don't know, 10 champions. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there can be like, I don't know, 10 champions that might like that. I don't even think Brand's going to get it every game though. So again, like when he gets that, that means he's not getting demonic in a lot of games. Maybe Karthus. I feel like Karthus just wants the raw damage more though. Because again, like you're giving up a lot of damage to get that item. But Mord really likes the combination of having the HP and the slow on that. Okay. But anyways, alright, well, I gotta get out of here, unfortunately. We'll try to get back, and I'll see if I can have some more games tomorrow. We'll see if we can get at least 3 or 4 in. But, as always, I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully a little earlier, maybe around 11. I know I sound like a broken record, but eventually I'll get to that. But thanks, have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.